Hi, this is Slash from the United Handyman Association with Handyman Answers. I wanted to do a video today about basically screenings, employee screenings, handyman screenings, service professional screenings. What brought this video up today for me is, there was a little girl, her name was Athena Strand, and she was recently, taken and killed admittedly by a FedEx driver. And it's such a sad situation. And, things like this, although they aren't, there's no way to 100% prevent something from happening like this. Sometimes things slip through the cracks. But what brought it up for me is her mom is, rightly so, asking for change, asking, she's going to dedicate now her life to, doing things to prevent, try to prevent this from happening to others. And she's calling for more regulation for FedEx drivers and, and service or delivery drivers, and going through a screening and things, and, and absolutely understand everything that, she's going, what she's, talking about. And I can't relate. I have children of my own, and there's no way that I can put myself in her situation other than just anytime something like this happens, you just automatically just think of and just hold your kids and know that, things like this are so horrible and they do happen. But the message I'm trying to get across here today is, unfortunately, like I said earlier, things sometimes do fit through the cracks. And the truth of the matter is, FedEx did do their due diligence, and they did hire him through someone who did a screening. And, but even if they did a background screening, even if they did, just because he, performed this horrible act doesn't mean that he had any other history that would have come up in any kind of screening. And the reason I'm doing this video from the United Handyman Association is because I represent an industry that is unregulated in any state. They are not going through screenings. We are the only ones that are doing screenings, and we're doing random screenings, and we're doing screenings for homeowners. And we're talking about an industry of home repair service individuals that are in your home. They are making a living, going into your home and working on your house without any type of screening whatsoever. And, we're talking about an industry that's not just fallen through the crack, but it's fallen through a canyon. If no one is requiring it, then it won't happen. I have handymen tell me, why would I get insurance? Why would I get a business license? Why would I get certified? Why would I carry a handyman license? Why would I go through your screening if my homeowner, my customer, isn't requiring it? So I'm reaching out to you today, and and maybe Athena's mom will hear this message as well, and maybe we are an avenue that can help with screening, with an extra screening for all service professionals. We take care of any service professional that's in or around your home, whether it's your housekeeper, your nanny, your dog sitter, your handyman, your whatever it is. We have screenings for these individuals, and I'm passionate about doing this for the handyman industry because, like I said, handymen are not regulated And because they aren't regulated, it will force the homeowner, it'll force the customer, it'll force you to require it. You can join My Home and you can screen your handyman. You can support us screening random screenings. When a handyman comes to us and they want to become certified, we run a background screening on them, and we go through this whole vigorous routine from exams to certify them and to put, to back them and support them and to provide them to you. But the truth is, why would someone who has something to hide come to us and ask us to screen them? And that's where it falls onto you as the customer. This was a horrible, absolute tragedy. And it, when you look into the story and you realize how absolutely, the excuse is pathetic in its own right, that, I accidentally backed into her and then she was going to tell her daddy on me. Obviously he's a disturbed individual if that's truly where his brain went, that he needed to kill her. But the bottom line is, people do things out of the ordinary all the time. So I am not promising through my screenings that I am going to be able to prevent everything. But I will be able to let you know that he's done something before. Or if he's, people have, they can complain, or they can, file a claim, or they can, anything that they have, lawsuits or anything like that, will all be brought up to the surface so that you can make a decision on your own who you're hiring and decide between A or B. And if, you want to go with a certified business, or you want to go with a guy and just, certify them on your own, or, screen them on your own, whatever it is, what I'm appealing to you is to do that, take that step. Just because he was referred by somebody doesn't make him safe. Just because he had lettering on his truck and he has a business, supposedly, doesn't make him safe. Sometimes he's not even the guy that he says he is. Are you asking him for his driver's license? Are you asking him for proof of identity? Are you asking him for his insurance? Are you taking the steps on your own to make sure whoever comes into your home is safe and is the person that you expect him to be? Does he deserve to be in the same home with your children and with your pets and with your parents, or whatever? Does he deserve to be? Would he be someone that you would welcome to sit at a table with you and your family and break bread? Is he somebody that you trust? If you don't trust him because you don't know anything about him, he shouldn't be working in your home, working in your children's bedrooms, things like that. He just shouldn't be there. And a lot of people don't realize that, handymen aren't regulated. Like, a general contractor has to go through a screening, and they go through a certain screening to become a general contractor. A handyman who doesn't have a contractor's license is going through no screening. So the state's way of dealing with a handyman is to try to catch them doing something wrong, and then they kind of offer them bait and force them to become a contractor. That's how the state is dealing with your handyman. But they have nothing in place to actually screen them unless they become a contractor. So that's where the UHA comes in. We will, we do the screenings, and we do random screenings, and we do, if somebody posts on Facebook, we'll do a screening. The difference between our organization being not a government agency is that we can screen randomly. We don't need their permission, where government needs your permission to screen you. So, things like that. So, back to, Athena Strand, it's just horrible. And, but, the truth is, he may not have had anything show up on his screening. And even though FedEx hired another contractor to, to screen him, they did their due diligence, so I'm asking you to support what we're doing and help prevent that unscreened handyman from working in your home. So, my prayers go out to Athena's family, and again, this is just a horrible tragedy, and I certainly hope that true justice prevails, and my heart goes out to Athena's family. This is Flash with Handyman Answers. Happy home repairs. Take care. Bye.